Alright you guys, so today I'm going to be making my crispy buttermilk fish. Okay, now I'm using the fillet of Swai, something like that. It's a fillet fish. Alright, now I'm also using in this today, I'm using my golden seafood fry mix. I've never used this before, but I'm going to try today. I'm also going to be frying my fish in my canola oil. This is already used oil, restored back inside the container. And I'm also with my reduced fat cultured buttermilk. Alright? Okay, so with that now, I'm also going to be using the seasoning of onion powder. Okay? Maybe some cayenne pepper. I'm also going to be using a little seasoned salt. Some black ground pepper. And also some garlic powder, my favorite. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just pretty much put my Cajun seasoning in a bowl. Okay, and this is what the pouch looks like. Now this is freshly washed fish. Alright, so I'm just going to move it to the side and prepare my mix. Okay, now in my Cajun butter, Cajun mix, I'm just going to smell this or taste it just to see how it actually tastes. And as I suspected, it needs some flavoring with slightly taste. Alright, so I'm going to add a little seasoned salt to this. Okay. A little garlic powder with this. A little onion powder with this. And to give it some kick, because it doesn't have much in that seasoning, although it says Cajun, I'm going to use some cayenne pepper. Okay. And this is just a pinch spoon, so I'm going to use 2 pinches, well maybe 3. You know me, I like my spices. Alright. And on top of that, I'm going to use some ground black pepper. Okay. Now I'm just going to mix all of that up. Make sure that it's nicely mixed. Now this is going to be a full meal, you guys. So I'm mixing up the batter mix. And this is going to be for the fish as well as the shrimps. Okay, and I'm just going to taste this, see how it tastes. If I need to add anything else. A little seasoned salt. A little garlic powder. I really don't have a lot of flavoring kick to it. I've never actually used this Cajun mix before, the seafood mix, so this is new to me. And a little black powder. And I need some more kick to it, so I think I'm going to add more than just a pinch. Put some more cayenne pepper in it. I like flavored food. I do not like bland food, so excuse me if it seems like it's a little bit too much, but not for moi. Okay, now in the meantime, I do have my pan on the stove, heating, getting ready. Okay, so the batter mix, the seafood mix is ready. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to take my canola oil and I'm going to pour it in my pan and get that nicely heated. Next, I'm going to start my water for my noodles, and I'm going to be making some fettuccine noodles with this. Okay, so in the water, I'm going to be putting some extra virgin olive oil, which I love to cook with. I'm going to put maybe like a teaspoon or so in there. And I'm also going to flavor the water with a little Himalaya fine salt. Okay, so we're going to let that boil, and once that's boiled, then we'll put our noodles in there to set. In the meantime, you guys, so we're gonna flavor our fish with a little seasoned salt, black pepper, a little garlic powder, which I love to cook with some garlic powder. And we're going to do this on both sides of the fish. Make sure that it's nicely evenly distributed as far as the seasonings. Okay. And we're going to rub them in. Now this fish was also rinsed, washed with some lemon juice. Okay, it was rinsed with regular water and washed with some lemon juice. Okay. I'm just going to repeat that on the other side as well. Now if you want to also add in some cayenne pepper, this would be the perfect time to do so because it really gives the fish a nice taste when it's directly on the fish. Now you don't necessarily have to fry this in a pan. You can also fry this in the oven. If you batter it and put it on the sheet with some extra virgin olive oil, it will come out nice and flavorful the same way. Now you can flavor this the way you'd like to. If you like to add paprika, that's okay too. Alright. I forgot to put my cayenne pepper on the other side, so I'm just going to repeat that process real quick. Okay, now this is nicely seasoned fish. Now in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bowl of buttermilk, okay, and I'm going to base it with that. What I like to do is have my buttermilk, my milk base on the side, as well as my dry mix on the side, okay. Now I'm going to also wash some shrimps because I'm going to be frying some shrimps as well. Okay, so my shrimp is nice and clean, and what I'm going to do to this as well is season it. So I'm going to start off with my cayenne pepper because I want that to be the first seasoning that actually sticks to this. I want to make it spicy. Okay, so I'm going to put some cayenne pepper, some seasoned salt, okay. And with shrimp, you really don't have to put a lot of seasoning on it because it really holds on to the seasoning. So the less is better. Garlic. And of course, my onion. And what I like to do also, the same, is just mix it up. Okay. Now while the oil is heating up, it's going to take a little while. Just pour a little bit of my buttermilk over my shrimp base and let it just sit in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to store this in the refrigerator and let it just sit there and marinate in all of its goodness. Okay? And then when the oil is finished getting hot, then we'll bring it back out. Alright you guys, so my water is boiling and it's ready. And now it's time to put our fettuccine noodles inside the water. Now I'm not going to cook a lot because there's only 4 of us. And I really don't want to bring home a lot of extra food. So I think I'm just going to put in maybe a pack by itself. Okay. I'm going to let that boil. Alright, so let's check on our oil just to make sure that the oil is ready. Nope, oil is not quite ready yet. So we'll be back when the oil is ready. Okay, so it sounds like the oil is about ready. So we're going to pop this into our oil. Now the oil could have been a little bit hotter, so. Alright you guys, so I am back and now I want to batter my shrimp and just let it soak in the seasoning. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do. I have it already in the buttermilk and the seasoning, and the fish is frying and looking really good. Okay, and the noodles is doing its thing over here. Alright. Alright you guys, so I am back and we're going to work while the fish is still frying. We're going to work on our fettuccine. Alright, so I'm going to start preparing it with some of this creamy basil Alfredo sauce.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's going to be nice and cheesy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're going to pour that in there.
Oh, you need to use the butter.
Okay, we're pouring that all up in there. Going to make it nice and cheesy. Nice and cheesy. Now, I don't know if 1 might do, so we might do 2. Yeah, I think this is good enough. 1 bottle is good enough. 1 jar is good enough. But you can make it to taste according to what you like. Next, I'm thinking I might just do the hot jalapeno and jalapeno jack cheese.
Hey.
Yes. Huh?
Hey, that's good.
You hearing all of this? Alright, so we're going to throw some cheese in there. Make it nice and cheesy because you know I like my cheesy stuff. And I basically only put half a bag in there. Not a whole bag, but a half a bag. And lastly, we're going to put some Italian style grated Parmesan cheese. And this is less than 1/3 fat free. 1/3 less fat than Parmesan cheese. So I guess this is not quite Parmesan, but it is 1/3 less fat. I'm always good for that. So we're going to sprinkle a little something in there. Okay. And we're going to mix that up in there as well. Make it nice and cheesy. Now this is how Parmesan fettuccine is supposed to look, at least in my eyes. Nice, cheesy, and tasteful. Alright, so in this dish right here, I'm going to use some parquet butter. And we're just going to pour a little something in there. Now my honey told us about this today. I didn't even know about butter buds, which is a buttery flavored sprinkle. And I guess you can give the food flavor of butter. Wow. So we're going to sprinkle some of that on top of it as well. And on top of that, we're going to sprinkle some of this wonderful white sharp cheddar cheese. And this is all to taste. So now we're just gonna mix this up, make sure it's nicely distributed, all the flavors, all the spices, everything. Okay? And I'm gonna probably sprinkle a little bit more of that buttery flavor taste and some cheese. So I'm gonna put some more of our sharp cheddar cheese in there. We're gonna make this a nice cheesy broccoli. You know me, I like my cheesy. And maybe even squeeze a little more parquet margarine. A little butter buds on top of that. And we're going to pop that in the microwave oven and cook it until it's done. So we're going to pop this in the microwave real quick. Now in the meantime, our fish is, you know, I tell you about these electric stoves, boy. I'm not used to cooking on no electric stove. They take forever to cook your food. You will be sitting there looking like a doggone I don't know what, waiting for your food to finish cooking on an electric stove. I don't know nothing about cooking on no electric stove. I'm telling you the truth. And I'm very sure that now these are all floating, that they're ready. Okay? Usually that's the telltale sign right there that your fried foods is ready, because it's floating. Okay. Now this is really a big piece of sole, of fillet of Swai, which is a nice fillet. I'm just gonna let the oil drain a little, something. And this is cooked in canola oil, which is very healthy for you. Okay, so we're just doing the last of the shrimp, and we'll be right back when they're all done. Alright you guys, so here is our fish fry with our fried shrimp and fried Swai. I think that's the name of the fish. Alright, and there's our fettuccine cheesy noodles, and also our cheesy broccoli. Okay, so I'll come back with the complete results so you can see what the plate looks like. Alright you guys, so here we go. There's our delicious fish fry. It's the Swai fillet fish, as well as the jumbo colossal shrimp, fried shrimp. And I made that with fettuccine noodles with our cheesy sauces, Alfredo sauce and Parmesan, and 3 types of cheeses, along with our sharp cheese over our broccoli. Okay, so this is it. This is our delicious dinner for my birthday. Okay, and thank you so much for joining me on this video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe down below. Leave your turn your notifications on for this channel, and don't forget to join me in the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.
I surrender.